Hey guys, Ezra here and welcome back to another review, and today I want to review this movie called Nobody 2. Now this is obviously a sequel to Nobody, the first movie that was released in 2021, and it stars Bob Odenkirk, connienielsen, Rizam, and you also have Christopher Lloyd returning from the first movie as well. And we have Sharon Stone, who is playing a new character, the new villain of the movie. And this movie is special for me, not only because the second one is actually directed by Timo Tjahjanto, which is an Indonesian director. And yeah, I think it's all good news, right? And I think this sequel managed to, I would say, it was as good as the first movie, because and it's kind of weird, reviewing this movie, because there is nothing much to say, to be honest, for Nobody 2, because it's at the end of the day, it's like 89 minutes long, it's a 90 minutes summer fun action movie, and it's exactly what this movie was. It has some character moment that I absolutely appreciate, because Nobody 2 actually follow like basically expanding Hutch family in this movie, because you guys remember the family in the first one is they kind of like the background in a way, and Hutch is like the main focus. And in the second one, that yes, Hutch is still the main focus, but the family members, actually has a much bigger role in the storyline, which I absolutely love, because they were more involved this time around with the storyline. And the story for Nobody 2 is actually continuing Hutch's character, where he returns to his old life, but there is a consequences for his action from the first movie, because he burns like the obshak, which is the Russian money, and then now he has to pay the debt for it, and that's why Hutch is like taking many jobs. And because he is taking this many jobs, and he truly enjoys it, which is it was established in the first movie that even though that he wants a family in the first movie, he also enjoy and misses his old life, as an assassin, and he got what he wanted in the second movie, but it took a toll on the family's relationship, because Hutch wasn't exactly there. And that's why I appreciate this movie, because even though it's only 90 minutes and you are here for the action, at least I was, but it manages to create some interesting character moment between Hutch and Becca, his wife, and it just has the family has a good chemistry, and I really care about them. And I love how they expanded the relationship between Hutch and Becca, and then Hutch and Brandy, which is the son of Hutch, because now he has more screen time together with Hutch. And I love how they further exploring their relationship together in this movie as well. I absolutely love that. And of course, in terms of the action sequence, it's great. I love them. It was so much more fun in a way, because the first movie, I think it has a greedy side of thing, but I think in this second movie, the action was much more, it's like a summer movie, so the action is way more fun rather than, greedy or violent in the first movie, because again, in the second movie, yes, the movie is still violent in a way, but it's not exactly like, you don't really get the feeling of like the grittiness from the first movie, where obviously the boss fight from the first movie, which is like so grounded, and it was like so gritty in a way, where the violence feels so real. The second movie is like, well, Hutch is just like killing and punching a bunch of people, sure, and I feel like it's not as gritty as the first movie in a way, and that might be a negative to some people, but I do enjoy it, because from the trailer it seems like Nobody 2 is trying to be a bit different than the first one. The first one is a bit more, I guess it's kind of like a slow burn for a bit, to build the characters, and then before the action sequence kicking in. And Nobody 2, obviously now you know who Hutch was, and then they starting the movie with a big action sequence, and obviously followed that throughout the movie. But I do enjoy it, because I think the action sequences are well directed and well edited together, and you can clearly see what's going on, thankfully. And it was Timo Tjahjanto, so obviously he knows how to direct an action sequence. Although I will say the action in this movie is a bit more, I guess, held back in terms of like Timo's direction, because I watched several of Timo Tjahjanto movie, and most of them are obviously Indonesian movie, like The Night Come For Us, and then Headshot, and then The Shadow Strays, which is recently released last year on Netflix. Like all the action sequence by Timo Tjahjanto was super violent, and there's also super long, and that was missing from this movie, which I understand, because it's a different workflow from Timo Tadjanto here, because like he actually making a movie in Hollywood, and there is even a special message by Timo in the Indonesian theaters, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I still love the direction here, but I feel like comparing this to other Timo Tadjanto movies, like yeah, like it doesn't necessarily reach that level. There is some violence in the movie, but like I said before, they are played for comical moments. You know, they were supposed to be funny, and I mean there is nothing wrong with that, but I kind of wish there's a bit more, you know, grittiness to the movie in a way. But overall, you know, I truly enjoy Nobody 2. I think it is such a fun follow-up to the first movie. I think this could be like a really fun franchise, you know, and I really appreciate that the movie's runtime is only 89 minutes long, you know, because I was expecting the sequel to be a bit longer than the first one, but no, like the sequel is actually 3 minutes shorter than the first movie, and I was like, wow, okay. I mean, here's the thing though. I think the reason why I enjoy Nobody's movie is like the movie is only 90 minutes long, but they were able to convey such an important character's moment. And the movie knows and have some self-awareness that yes, we are an action movie. That's what the audience came here for, you know, and they give us that. But at the same time, they do give us some cool and heartfelt character moment in the movie as well in 90 minutes time, which I absolutely love that. You know, the movie doesn't have to be 2 hours long, or like, you know, like a longer than 90 minutes, you know, just to convey the character's point, because the movie was like on, like, to the point, simple, easy to follow, some funny moment and some funny action sequence as well, and they're well directed and they're well edited, and that's what you are keen for. So yeah, I absolutely love the movie, you know. But either way, guys, I hope this movie does well, because I want director Timo Tadjanto to be doing well in Hollywood, maybe, because I mean, I guess the downside of his direction is gonna be like the movie is gonna be less gritty, and then there's not gonna be a long hand-to-hand combat, you know, in the movie. And that was apparent in Nobody 2, where there is like I kind of wish there's a bit more hand-to-hand combat in the action sequence, you know, kind of like the boss fight in the first movie. It was really, really fun, but I mean, the action is still fun, but I kind of wish there's a bit more hand-to-hand combat in the movie, in my opinion, especially in the final fight, you know. But again, this is my opinion. So, yeah, hopefully this movie does well, and I think that if they're gonna do in the next one, then I'm all in for it. And I think we all know the formula for Nobody movies, that is gonna be a 90 minutes long, and it's gonna be simple to the point, simple storyline that actually has some heartfelt moment. And it was like, yeah, you don't need any more than that, you know, because usually some movies are getting too complex for its own characters and for its own good, that I feel like sometimes it feels unnecessary to go to that like territory. But Nobody 1 and 2 actually know the assignment, and they were able to deliver their promise under 90 minutes. I absolutely love that, you know. And good luck for director Timo Tadjanto as well, you know, go Indonesian, right? Because he's directing The Beekeeper 2 with Jason Statham, which is also very exciting, and I'm looking forward to that next project, you know. But alright, guys, that's my review for Nobody 2. Let me know your opinions in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this movie right here? What is your favorite action sequence in the movie? What do you guys think about the story and characters moment in this movie? And which one is the better movies, guys, you know, the first Nobody or Nobody 2, you know, after seeing it? So yeah, let me know all your opinions in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to guys, you know, punch and shoot that subscribe button, share the videos, usual stuff. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.